Hey there guys, welcome back for another Mortal Realms Monday magazine review. So this week we are looking at issue 40 of the Mortal Realms magazine, and with this we get a large base. That's it, nothing else, just a large base. No, we get a Knight Azyros. Now I know that this model does have the options. Obviously we can see he's got the sword and the lantern here, but we do get the bow and the eagle, so that we can set him up differently if we wish. I can't off the top of my head remember the name of the model, but I know that it does say it in the magazine here. Obviously if you buy 2 copies then you can build them both ways, but again the magazine only shows the build guide for the Knight Azyros. I will post a link down in the bottom to a build guide for the other version in case you want to go that way. I will say though that the War Scroll included in this issue is for Knight Azyros and not the alternate model. So obviously the War Scroll you would have to track down yourself. But yeah, nice looking model there. Obviously his wings are a lot bigger than the other guys that we get alongside him. Can't remember the names. But otherwise, yeah, he's a nice looking model. And if you want to see how I paint him, check the link in the corner. So let's take a look at the magazine. So obviously we get the Knight Azyros, Lady Olinda's Emerald Host. That's a bit of a mouthful. And your biggest battle yet. And I've had a look. It is a big one. So, Knight Azyros. Knight Azyros carries Sigmar's light from the celestial realm of Azyr to the darkest reaches of the mortal realms. They are emissaries and diplomats as well as warriors. They are responsible for forging vital alliances and gathering the forces of order under Sigmar's banner. So obviously they have Sigmar's light. He carries the magical sword known as a Starblade, and they are celestial messengers. And this is the other version. So a Knight Venator. Knights Venator are the masters of the ranged kill. Each of these warriors is possessed of a swiftness that no mortal can match. In a single blur of movement, they can let fly whole flurries of arrows. Each volley is launched with unerring accuracy, finding the target's weak spots to bring swift death. Now, as I'm reading this, I am considering assembling this guy. If I do not, and I go with the Azyros, I will do the bird, whatever it is. I think I will paint that up separately anyway. So either way, for this episode, you'll be getting a bird painted and the Azyros or the Venator. But I'm thinking possibly the Venator, just because of some of the other models that we get in the army. I like the look of this guy with the axe. So yeah, anyway, let's move on. So here's his celestial equipment. He gets Wings of Light, Helmet Crest, the Realm Hunter's Bow. So obviously he's a ranged weapons that can be wielded as staffs in melee. So yeah, he's a ranged character, and I prefer ranged armies to close combat, so I may end up going with this guy. Anyway, we then have Nighthaunt, the Emerald Host. Rise, Emerald Host, a soul must suffer. Wreathed in green baleflame and led by a terrifying spectral cavalry, the Emerald Host is sent forth by Lady Olinda to destroy her most hated foes. With scythe and talon, they tear at the souls of the living, In their path lie the corpses of their victims, faces contorted with heart-stopping fear. Such is the fate of all who defy the veiled lady and refuse to bend to the will of Nagash. So we got obviously a few characters here. We got Lady Olinda herself and Garist Malcor, which we have painted up in a previous video. Then we've got Dolorum and the Dolorous Guard. So basically cavalry. Then we have the how to build the Knight Azyros and how to paint the Knight Azyros. So obviously quick flick through that. Next we have the tutorial, and this is for allocating wounds. So obviously single wound models. So going through it, how to allocate wounds, add up the total damage one at a time. The player being attacked allocates 1 wound for every 1 damage. If a model is already wounded, you must continue to allocate wounds until it is slain. As you allocate wounds, remove models with 0 wounds remaining. So as I understand that, if these had 2 wounds each and they scored 3 wounds, you would have to apply, if you applied a wound to this one, you would have to apply a second one. You couldn't go 1, 2, 3. From the sounds of that, you have to go 1, 2, 3. So you have to apply enough wounds to kill if you have the wounds to kill. You can't spread it out through the unit. So you've got first wound kills this one, second wound kills this guy, third wound kills that. And I will let you guys read through to see exactly what that is telling you. So multi-wound models. And then we've got a little bit on battle shock. And then obviously, like I said, the war scroll is for the Knight Azyros. And I'm assuming that the Knight Venator has his own war scroll. So if you are assembling that guy, you'll have to track down the war scroll for him. And then obviously a little bit on his abilities. So Illuminator of the Lost and the Light of Sigmar. That's got a bit of a area of attack, hasn't it? So it's in the hero phase. Obviously they are heroes. So the Knight Azyros can open his celestial beacon and unleash the Light of Sigmar on his foes. Once per battle in the hero phase, the Knight Azyros may activate the Light of Sigmar. Any enemy units that are within 8 inches of the Knight Azyros when this ability is activated suffer D3 mortal wounds. Unless they are Chaos. If they are within 8 inches of it, they suffer D6 mortal wounds. So obviously Chaos take a little bit more damage from that ability anyway. Then we have the battle. So that is of the gems and jades. So the war for the Heartwood Coast has been costly for both the Nighthaunts and the Stormcast Eternals. Alexandria Azurbolt attempts to lift the curse afflicting the forest. Lord Arcanum Glorymantle, sounds like an adult industry actor, leads his forces in an assault on the city of Summersong. So yeah, that would be my adult entertainer name. I am Lord Arcanum Glorymantle. So there's War for the Heartwood. The combined forces of the Etherborn and Thunderborn chambers have secured key locations in Kernothiel's northern reaches. The Sylvaneth of the Heartwood Coast have joined the fight, led by their nobles, the Circle of Kaliad. Both armies now converge on Summersongs, their hearts set on vengeance against the Nighthaunt invaders. So this is the bigger battle. We are now using 2 mats, mat 1 and mat 2. And we are setting up along the long edges within 6 inches. No objectives, but the armies are Nighthaunt, the Knight of Shrouds, a Dreadblade Harrow, Spirit Torment, 2 Chainghasts, 4 Miremorn Banshees, 4 Glavewraith Stalkers, 4 Grimghast Reapers, and 15 Chain Rasps. And for the Stormcast Eternals, Lord Arcanum Gryph-Charger, Knight Azeroth, 2 units of 4 Liberators, so that's 8 Liberators split into 2 units, 2 Prosecutors, 3 Castigators, and 4 Gryph-Hounds. So, a nice good battle. Should probably see the best part of 2 hours to battle that, I'd say. Hour and a half to 2 hours. You know, good decent amount of units there. So, yeah, there's that one. Then we have from issue 41, obviously again, that we are entering the realm of metal. My favourite style of music. And in the upcoming issues, next issue, issue 41, we have a bumper of an issue. The Stormcast reinforcements comes with a nice hefty sprue of plastic, giving us a number of models. What we got there, 7 models. Yep, 7 models, and I know a lot of people are snatching this up for this guy to sell off a few of him, as the bang for buck, as they say on this issue, is definitely worth the money. £8 for what you're going to get there. Definitely worth it. Then issue 42, we get 2 new paints, the Pallid Witch Flesh and Calgar Blue, and a small layer brush. And you'll learn to highlight your models. So anyway, that brings us to the end of this issue, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Help the channel get noticed, get recognised, and get growing. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscription button. And until next time, take it easy. Keep painting those minis.